It seems like every single week there's a new AI tool dropping that makes everyone absolutely lose their minds. You see the headlines claiming it's slick, or maybe people are demanding their money back because it just doesn't deliver. Before we get sucked into the hype train, I really want to talk about the tool that actually makes my life as a creator easier, Vizard. I've been testing all the fancy new video models and generators lately, but honestly, most of them just make weird pandas destroying cities. Today, I'm showing you why Vizard is the real game changer for turning long-form content into scroll-stopping shorts without burning through credits. I've spent time playing with tools like Kling, Sora, and Google VO, and while they are undeniably cool, they aren't built for a consistent daily schedule. When you run a channel, you aren't looking for one perfect single-shot generative clip. You need a workflow that handles dozens of posts. The big generative models are amazing at novelty, but they often struggle with weird morphing, bad lip syncing, and insane costs. Vizard doesn't try to generate movies from scratch, which is actually why it's way more useful for what I do every day. It takes my long-form interviews and podcasts and intelligently finds the moments that actually matter to my audience. It handles the tedious stuff for me, the captions, the aspect ratio crops, the hooks, and even the final scheduling. That workflow, not just generating flashy one-off images, is what actually helps a creator scale their channel. Let me walk you through how I use Vizard alongside those generative tools, because they actually serve two very different purposes. First, you just drag in your long file, whether it's a YouTube video, a Twitch stream, or a Zoom recording, and Vizard instantly analyzes it. It looks for energy spikes, laughs, and silences, essentially doing the heavy lifting of finding your viral moments. Instead of guessing where the good bits are, the platform hands you a set of candidate clips ready to be turned into micro shorts. If I drop in a dramatic monologue, Vizard spots the emotional peaks and creates a 2-second hook, a 10-second highlight, and a longer context clip. You aren't constrained by credit pricing or weird generation limits. You are only constrained by how you want to use the footage. Some generative models promise 15-second continuous shots, but those often come with creepy facial morphing or lip sync disasters. With Vizard, you are working with your original, high-quality footage, so the lip sync is perfect and the emotions stay 100% authentic. This reliability is massive because it saves me hours of re-rendering clips just to fix a glitchy jawline. Let's look at a 12-minute interview. I need a 5-second hook, a 15-second explainer, and a 60-second highlight. Vizard handles the cropping, the caption generation, and even suggests the best thumbnail frames automatically. And if you don't like the auto edits, their visual editor lets you tweak everything without any weird artifacts. People always worry that auto-editing means one size fits nobody, but Vizard solves this with customizable edit styles. You can choose high-energy templates with jump cuts for TikTok or slower cinematic reveals for LinkedIn. That balance of automation and human creative control is what makes it so friendly for both solo creators and entire teams. The scheduling feature is the real unsung hero here because it completely removes the stress of manual posting. I can set my posting frequency for Instagram and TikTok, and Vizard populates the calendar for me automatically. Because the platform understands content variety, it makes sure my feed looks intentional and not just a wall of identical posts. The content calendar is actually my favorite part. It's a total collaboration hub where my team can leave notes and approve versions. This is where Vizard really beats those generate and export tools. It's a management system, not just a creation tool. Let's compare the competition briefly. Kling is amazing for generative shots, but it's very credit-hungry and hard to use for bulk repurposing. Sora provides incredible emotional rendering, but the restrictions on using real human footage make it tricky for daily creator work. And Google's tools? They're great for experimental voiceovers, but they simply aren't built to act as your content operations pipeline. The biggest issue across those generative models is that they rely on creating new frames, whereas Vizard relies on repurposing your best footage. Last week, I had a 30-minute interview and needed 20 pieces of content, including intros, explainers, and stories. I dropped the raw file into Vizard, and it returned 28 solid, suggested clips in just a few minutes. I spent 15 minutes reviewing and tweaking captions, and my entire content week was scheduled and ready to go. If I had tried to do this manually or with a credit-draining generative tool, I would have lost my entire afternoon. Here is a pro tip. Always use a high-quality mic and keep your recording structured because it helps the AI detection be so much more accurate. Don't be afraid to mix and match. I sometimes generate a unique B-roll segment with another AI tool and then drop it right into my Vizard workflow. Vizard's pricing is built around the publishing workflow, which is way more predictable and wallet-friendly when you are doing high-volume content. Is it for everyone? Well, no. Vizard isn't going to invent a CGI panda for you if that's your specific content niche. But if your goal is actual growth, consistent branding, and scaling your repurposing, Vizard is the most practical tool on the market. AI generation is flashy and getting better every day, and I love testing what those models can produce. But for day-to-day operations, the real winner is the tool that turns your 45-minute talk into a full week of posts without the drama. If you want to try this, plug one of your long videos into Vizard and see how it handles the auto-edit and auto-schedule. I'm also dropping my personal templates and editing guide in my community so you can steal the exact setup I use to stay organized. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that video on your screen to see my side-by-side comparison of these generative models versus repurposed content. We'll keep testing and finding the fastest way to get your story in front of more people without sacrificing any of your quality. Get out there, make something great, and let your long videos do all the heavy lifting for you on repeat.